Hello. How is everyone tonight? It's going to take a few more minutes to get everybody in, but let me tell you who I am. If you are finding me for the first time, you probably shouldn't because this is kind of my network. But I am Travis Gibb. I am the publisher of Orange Cone Productions. I do that with my lovely wife, who has a project live on Kickstarter we'll talk about today. I have a few guests here. We're going to talk about Kickstarters. We're going to talk about Zoops. We're going to talk about a lot of really cool things. Creator Hangout. Please make sure you share. Please make sure you comment so I know that you're here. But without further ado, I'm going to bring our crew on and get everybody going as we gain viewers. Please, as well, as I've told you before, need the likes, need the subscribes, need all those little dingy doppies. But I also need you to comment so I know that you're here. I need to know things are working. So if you could do that, that would be great. So first up, I have Kat. Hi, Kat.
Hey.
Kat from Scratch Rass Press is here. She's going to be talking about her book. How are you?
I'm good. I've had a migraine, so I'm luckily better.
Well, I talk loud and fast, so that's going to help tremendously.
It should. I'll be sure to stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. We've got Charlie here. Writer and creator. He wanted to do one more than me. I put comic writer. He was like, no, / that. I am also a creator.
I was like, F that. I can't just put writer. So, hey, by the way, Kat, I'm so sorry you're stuck between the two of us knuckleheads because I'm loud and obnoxious and proud of it. And so, Jesus Christ, your migraine's going to explode.
Chris says hello. Ignacio says, things are working, jumping in to say hi to everybody. Ignacio, you should be drawing stuff. We got to give you covers and shit if you're not drawing. Let's give you some covers.
Hey, call me. Hell yeah, I got covers.
Tyler James from Comic Tribe is here. How are you this evening?
What's up, man? I am just back from a family vacation. So with 4 kids under 5. So I'm did not feel like a vacation. But
is this one of the many times that you come to Florida and you don't talk to me?
No, this one we didn't make it quite that far. We made it down to Rhode Island. So.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm coming up in your neck of the woods in September. If you haven't heard,
I have not. But
Granite Con, I will be at Granite State Con.
You got the book for it, my friend.
Right. I think if I can sell it there, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, if you can make it here. Hey, what the Orange Cone fanatics? Do we call them the Orange Cone heads? Do we call them Cone Nation? What?
I call them. This is going to sound like super lame, but I just call them crew. Like they're my crew. Like
I like that.
Like I'm in
like
my 30s.
Crew?
Say crew.
Yeah,
like, I'm not in my 30s, so I cannot say crew. That's not. I think there were posses back in my day.
Yeah.
The Cowboys and the Indians were around.
Yeah.
I gotta text my wife and tell her I need my power cord. So she can bring it out here to me because we will lose power. But while I'm doing that, we've got Eric Bennett here. Hey, Eric, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. We don't know each other.
No, we don't. This is the first time.
I'm excited. I'm going to yell a lot, so I apologize.
Yell away.
But not at you, just in general, people. So that'll be good.
Not at you, to you. That's a difference. There's a big difference.
And in Charlie's case, with you.
With you.
Yeah.
Well, I know that guy up in the corner there.
Unfortunately, he does. The poor guy.
We got Dan. Dan is a partner in crime, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And then today we're supposed to have Frank Martin supposed to come and hang out with us and a couple other people. So we'll have some cool people.
God damn it, Frank! Where are you?
I don't know. He's not responding to my message. He could be putting his kids to bed, like adults.
Hey, I have 7 kids. Nobody on this panel has an excuse. Y'all can kiss my ass.
My kids
7
are
kids. They're putting each other to bed at this point, no?
I said my kids are old enough to put themselves to bed. So
yes.
Yeah. Some of mine are getting married this weekend. So yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
Oh, wow.
I just dropped my youngest off for his senior year at college.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, I am here with all of you instead of watching the new episode of She-Hulk. So,
well, same. Yeah, I've only watched the first episode so far, so no spoilers, people. I'll kick your ass, and I can do it too.
I married a wife who likes superhero stuff, so we have to wait till we can do it together, and that's hard.
Yep.
That's my problem. Exactly my problem, Trav. Holy
The
shit.
wife, the kids, we all have to watch it as a family.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I have a wife and 3 teenagers.
well, I'm a
Go
little
ahead, Trav.
worried about She-Hulk. Is it okay for the family? We watched Miss Marvel together as a family, but I heard Cap's virginity is in question, so I wasn't going to rush.
I mean,
I thought it was fine.
yeah, it's so far.
All right.
Look, I have teenagers who watch Schitt's Creek, so I mean, I'm pretty sure that anything She-Hulk can throw at us is just fine.
That's what I go to sleep to every night. That's my wife's good night show. Is Schitt's Creek. But all right, so make sure you guys share it out if you're in the panel, or if you're watching, please share it out so we get as many people watching this as possible. But I'm going to go through everybody's campaigns and we're going to get everything done. We're going to start with Kat because Kat's is the easiest. Kat, can you send me in the private chat real quick?
I sent you the
Oh, you
link.
already did. Look
Okay.
at that. I'm going to get it going up. So you start talking about it. So
Right.
here's how we work, guys. For anybody watching this and this is your first time, I'm going to have a little piece of paper. On this piece of paper, I'm going to write where people are at. And I'm going to predict a random number of how many backers I'm going to get them during this broadcast. And I'm going to stay on until I do that. I have not failed yet, and I'm not going to fail tonight. Cats is going to be the easiest of that to do because you don't even have to spend money. So this is the easy one.
The easiest one.
So
we are in pre-launch right now.
yes, she is in pre-launch. So she is super easy. Why don't you tell us about this book coming out?
All right. Well, this is Cobalt Castaways. It is the second book in a series. The first book was called Apo's Army, and it is 20 plus short stories geared towards kids, all about different cats. All of these are real cats. Most of them live in Florida in feral cat colonies. And I know a feeder down there, and he gives me pictures and little bios. There's a whole wiki for it. And I take those cats and I write stories about them.
That's pretty simple, huh?
It's pretty straightforward.
So I think that you were at 18 when we started. I think we can get you to 22. I think.
Okay. And one of the things I announced today is for every 25 backers on this, I'm actually going to release a sneak peek story on my website.
Oh.
All right. So any 20 on the followers, you mean, not backers.
Right, 25 followers.
All
Now,
right.
if Travis makes it happen here and this thing blows up, are you sure you have enough in the tank?
The book is written.
Oh, okay.
So the book is written, it's ready to go, and we're just waiting on art mostly right now, cover art. I have the interior art and everything already in there. The book's formatted, it's all set.
So you hear that? If we can get this out, you can get a free book. Is basically what we're hearing. If you do enough, it's a free book. So go ahead and like that, add to that. We're going to come back and check on it a little bit and see where it's at. But these things take speed, because it gets late at night. So let's go to the next one, which is Charlotte. Charlotte, you're going to bring me to Zoop.
Yeah.
And you're very lucky because Pat Shan's last campaign took everyone from Zoop to his campaign. That's how he got, the over 100,000. We stole them all, but
no shit. I know. 6-figure stand, right? Oh my god.
Right, 6-figure Shan. So he brought them all over, but maybe you can bring them back, right, and get them to come back to Milestone.
Let's do it.
So tell us about Milestone.
So Milestone is a spinoff of the Spider Squirrel Volume 1 series. So if you guys have been reading Spider Squirrel, and a lot of people have, which is great. So thank you very much for that. Milestone was introduced as, he was introduced in the shadows as a cameo in issue 2 of Volume 1. And then it makes a full appearance in issue 3 of Volume 1, which most of you have gotten digitally by now. And then, should be getting physically soon. A few people have already shipped today, and more are shipping tomorrow, and more shipping on Saturday. And I'm sorry, I'm not shipping on Sunday. 1, because the post office doesn't, and 2, because my daughter's getting married, so F y'all. No. But yeah, this is my first Zoop campaign, and I'm super excited. As you guys can see, like what Travis is scrolling through is the add-ons, and that is a huge, huge part. To me, it was really attractive that Zoop was both comics and comics adjacent focused. So no music EPs, no film, no movies, unless they're specifically comic related. I like that, and I also like that it's new and it's growing, and they're listening to feedback. So hopefully you guys will jump in and help me help them grow, because this will benefit the Kickstarter crowd too, whether you think so or not. So anyway, so Milestone is written by Vito Del Santi. If you guys aren't familiar with Vito, he's written Superman, he's written all kinds of books. Most recently, he's done Stray, which is currently at Action Lab Comics, and he did Stray with Sean Isaacs of Fantastic Four fame. In Marvel, he's also doing Marvel's Thunderbolts, which is the current series. But those two guys created Stray. Vito is writing Milestone soup to nuts. So he got my general bio and gist of the character, my dreams and aspirations for the character. This is a very Ron Mars kind of a cosmic story. It's also a very it's almost like Daredevil with Superman's powers in a sense, because you get this character who's really alone in a universe that's not his own, kind of feels guilty for what's going on. He's always thinking, like back to his past, which is some of what you're seeing here on the screen. So he's time displaced as well as universe displaced, and he's got the powers of a god. This guy can destroy the entire universe potentially. So he's going to make some decisions throughout the series. I really love what Vito's doing here. It's not a deconstruction of superheroes, but it's really an in-depth human story around superheroes. And I think superheroes is really the backdrop more than the front, the front line.
I do love any Nazi punching in the face covers. So those are always
a bit more than just punching a Nazi there.
Yeah, when Cal gave me that cover, I was like, holy I said, hey dude, let's do a cover, like an homage, like a kind of a cool maybe parody homage of Captain America #1. He goes, how much gore can I put in there? I was like, well, let me see what you got. And when I saw Hitler's jaw literally flying off his face, I was like, well shit, there it is.
Oh, Jay just stopped in to share and say hey. The future of comics and future looks to be in great hands. Have a great night. Thanks, Jay.
Have a good night, Jay.
Yeah.
John says hi, and Gambit, I have money for you. Send me your PayPal link so I can give you money for coverage. So
money.
Like money. You are at 67 backers and $1,681. I think that we can get you to the old 69 tonight.
Nice.
I think we can get you the old 69, and I think we're going to get you to 1,725. So 1,725.
Let's do it. Oh, by the way, for those next two backers at a physical level, I actually have a Sexy Librarian metal trading card that we're going to give away just for the 63 to 69 backers who back at a physical level. So there's your extra incentive. Yeah, right. She's pretty damn hot. She looks like my wife, so she's modeled after her.
That's a weird flex. So now if we like it too much, don't like it too much because Charlie could get
No. It's okay. My wife actually got fixated on the boobs earlier, so it's fine.
So next up, we're going to talk to Eric and Dan. They are the double teaming this one, from what I understand. We're going to be talking about the Power Company. Tell us about the Power Company Annual.
Well, the Power Company Annual is a project that we decided to do because we love the old school summer annuals. They were always fun. They always told interesting stories when they weren't doing giant colossal crossovers with each other. And we were waiting for our artist to open up to do the 4th issue. So we thought this is as good a time as any to do it. So what we have 8 individual stories by each of the Coalition Comics partners. So we are all writing our own stories about our own characters. And in a couple of these cases, this is the very first time a couple of these creators have had their work done. So you're getting brand new stories by brand new creators.
So brand new characters being put out is what you're saying?
Well, a couple of the characters joined in issue number 3. Well, I guess they showed up first in issue number 2, but they joined the Power Company in issue number 3 as regular members. So now we're starting to get a look and focus on a couple of those new characters.
Nice. And how many issues of Power Company is there that's come out? I know you guys have been around for a while.
There are 3 regular issues. There's a half issue. There's 2 handbooks available. And, hopefully we'd love to get this annual out to everybody as well.
Well, you're funded, so it's going to happen, right? Like, we're good. We just try to get some more goodies, right?
Well, we never like to, count our chickens before they're hatched. So
I believe in you guys. All right, Dan, you got any the comments on this as well?
No, Eric's covered it all. Covered him just in case anything.
And you write what character's yours?
Thunder Woman. I saw her. She was busty. Right? She's right here. No preview pages yet for her story. There's been some delays on that front, but it's going to be special. That one's going to be. I'm really excited about that one. Eric's seen some of the stuff for that, so that'll be kind of like a little, incentive for everyone. It's like, oh, what's Thunder Woman's story going to be like? Because you guys see previews for some of the others. That one's kind of being held back a little bit.
Okay.
These are all great characters, and I'm really excited for everybody to see the stories. We've had looks at the first couple pages of all of them, and a couple of them are actually done. So we've read their entire stories, and it's going to be really good. I'm really excited for people to see this.
And Eric, is this a great jumping on point for anybody that's new to any of these characters?
It would be, yeah. It'll give you sort of a glimpse into their lives and sort of tell you who they are and get you familiar with them. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll
help you with projects starring those characters in the future.
I have you at 102. I think we can get you to 105, and we're gonna get you to $5,050.
That'd be great.
We'll see if we can do
every
that.
little bit helps.
Absolutely.
Let's share this out. I just got the Zoop for Milestone. If you didn't get Milestone, the link is in all of our feeds to make sure you got that. And then you have another one, right?
I do.
Okay.
I have a Kickstarter that's sort of in the pre-launch phase right now.
Okay. Another freebie.
Yep. It is Steel Wolf, Stray, Smash and Grab. And Stray is the Stray that Charlie was talking about, is Vito Del Sante and Sean Isaac's character. Steel Wolf and Stray met each other in the pages of Stray's book, so I'm kind of returning the favor and having an adventure with the two of them in a book that I wrote.
Nice.
So I've had the pleasure of previewing some of this, and I'll tell you guys, if you're not following this one, you're stupid. No, seriously, like, this is good superhero stuff, and more than that, it's actually a really interesting combination, because this is kind of there's almost a Daredevil or Nightwing and Superman team up in a lot of ways, but it's indie comics, and so it's a lot more free. And I gotta tell you, I love what I've seen from the art. I love what I've read from the script, and again, having some inside information, I can tell you, insider trading, back this damn book.
I'd
All right.
appreciate
Well,
it. I'd appreciate
this
it.
one's an easy one. So we're going to, you're at 32 followers. We're going to get you 35 followers. So that's our goal tonight to get that. So I gotta talk about the elephant in the room here that we've talked about a little bit. So I didn't even know we were allowed to say Action Labs out loud until tonight, till Charlie just shared that out. So we're allowed to talk about Action Labs again.
Well, I mean, I assumed, curse words were allowed here. So I just, because I know you Trev, so I just figured, like, what the hell, right? So, I mean, shit. Hey, so I'll say this about Action Labs, and I'll let other people comment. So Action Labs fucked up big time. Vito is in there as their editor-in-chief, and he's trying hard to right the ship from his perspective.
Right.
So kudos to Vito. Now, whether it ever happens or not is not I don't think that's a blight on Vito at all. I think it's
No.
he's putting yeoman's work in to try to make that the best he can make it. It's still dependent upon ownership and leadership, and that's always where any company fails, right? So I'll shut up there.
No, absolutely. It's just they've been such a hush hush lately, and then to hear them spoken out hey, this book is from Action Labs. I was like, ooh. Okay.
And with Crash and Troy finally getting fucking released this week, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
it's the
Exactly.
So, Tyler, I'll shut up.
Yeah. Next up, we are about Tyler. So Tyler, I got to tell you, I was so happy that you chose me to do a pre-read of this. I'm a huge Comic Stripes fan, but normally it's got to have that Lee's at the end of it for me to get super, super stoked. Until I read this. This is super, super exciting. So tell us about this amazing book.
Yeah, I'm pleased to be able to be here on behalf of the team of A Fistful of Pain, which is a kung fu sci-fi hardcover with dragons. And this is a book that is done by writer Ryan K. Lindsay, who has worked for just about every publisher known to man at this point, and just does really, really interesting genre stuff always. And then he's teaming up with one of his best mates in Australia, a fabulous artist named Louis Joyce, who they've been actually kicking this thing around for the better part of this last decade, and it's gone under a number of different iterations, and it's just been something that they've been working on for a while. Brian brought it to me when it was when they had a few pages and they had a script. And he brought it to me to see if it would be a Comics Tribe thing that we might, partner up together and do something really special for it. Work together on a book he did with Chris Panda called She, and we put together like this really just dope die cut hardcover for that. Hey, everybody. And so, and I actually, even though like Ryan's worked with a whole bunch of people, but the very first paid work he ever did in comics was for my first Kickstarter project way back in 2012 for an anthology that I put together that got me rolling with Kickstarter. So I always love, and I'm always open to hearing something from Ryan. And so I sort of came on board in an editorial capacity on that book and gave him and Louis just a few notes on something that I thought they could do to expand the story a little bit. And so it's here and it's fully developed and fully formed, and we're trying to give it the best possible format and launch that we can do it. It's a story about dragons, sibling rivalry, and kung fu vengeance. There's two sisters who grew up fighting like all siblings do. But one of the things that they were constantly bickering over and fighting over was the family dragon, which they're in charge. Their family's in charge of caretaking, and over time, eventually, one of the sisters leaves her other sister for dead and steals the dragon and pulls him into a life of crime. And so this is the other sister coming back and getting her vengeance and reckoning. And so it's sort of it's got vibes of like Kill Bill and meets Game of Thrones, and it's just kind of it's really a lot is done in a relatively limited sort of graphic novella page count. And I think that's one of the things that Ryan is really good at, like establishing like this really big world, but then just here's a one shot that we can complete and get out into the world, and you can get a fully formed experience with it. And who knows, maybe he'll do more in this world, or maybe he'll be on to the next thing. But you're going to get a complete gut-wrenching, heartbreaking story about family with a lot of fighting and dragons and cool stuff in the package here. So yeah, that's the book, man.
Well, one of the things that I loved, because I got to read a preview copy of this, is it reminds me of the few books in comics where like we're going to tell this story in a unique way. That it's so stylistic, like a Scott Pilgrim or a Sin City, where we're telling this or even Paper Girls, for a more recent example, we're going to tell this in a very stylistic way that to give it its own little look and feel, which I think is so amazing. So I loved it. I'm so excited about it. I can't recommend this enough. It was so good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm also a backer of this one.
I think people will be ripping it off. To be honest, some of the styles. That's how good it is. That's how you know. Not me, other people, Tyler. So if you see it in my book, other people ripped it off, and I copied their version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does some interesting things. Louis is really just a unique artist, and you can see a lot of his inspirations on the page and the style, but it is unique, and there's sort of two different timelines that are going, and you can tell the timeline by the style and the color palette that he chooses for it, but they kind of smash into one another, and it's really cool what you can do. But he also, like with layouts and panels things. This book is we're going with like the European oversized format for this, and this is one of those books that actually really freaking needs it. He's got a spread that has like 30 some odd panels on it, and the detail is just insane. So I'm really looking forward to getting it in that big format there.
Yeah, this was so good, and when I saw it, I was like, I am shocked that I haven't seen that before. And I'm not saying somebody hasn't done it, but I was like, wow, I haven't seen that before. So I love this book. I can't recommend it enough. I think we can get you to 532 backers, and we can get you to $29,100. I think that we can do that. So that's our goal.
All right.
So we've got to share that out. Again, I'm sharing it out to you guys. You guys just got it. So if anybody wants to back and show support, that would be great. And then last but not least, I've got my own book. So for those who don't know, I only do this chat hangout when I have a book live. But this one happens to be not written by me. This is the first Orange Cone book that doesn't have me as a writer in it at all, which is pretty cool. So my wife wrote a book called Pop Van Winkle, which I unfortunately took down the tab. So you guys are going to have to wait a second. So why bring up that tab? I have a question for you, Tyler. Let me back up a minute. So are we getting Happy? We still have one more issue of Happy Hill. Is that coming right after this?
Yeah. That's Joe Moley's putting the finishing touches on that. So that is coming, and this is sort of one of the challenges as a publisher, as I'm sure you're finding, is that when you have multiple projects going, and when crowdfunding is still one of your primary, if not your main, launch channel, it can be tough to sort of manage those. And I do see some creators like jumping over it to platforms like Zoop as like a secondary or an option, because Charlie said it before that when that succeeds, it's good for even people that use Kickstarters, and I agree. Like having options to launch, because especially if you're going to be doing a lot of projects, and we know Kickstarter still is really set up to really only be running one launch at a time. I know there are some creators that do workarounds and things like that, but I mean, for my own sanity, I could really only do one launch at a time and give it its proper due. So.
Yeah, this project that I'm about to show is an example of that. I had one planned for September, and then my wife pointed out that we had a book that was done. Why sit on it if it's done? Yeah. So we had a little bit of time. We had about 3 weeks. We just fulfilled digitally Voodoo Nations, because our rule at the beginning of the year, because of the paper shortage, I can't predict when I'm going to get things to people. Yeah. So I said, as long as you guys, I built trust enough, I'm going to show you that it's done. I'm going to send out your digital. So when you get a digital, I'm going to launch the next project and I'll be fulfilling as the next one stuff. And I'm sure I lost a few backers who were waiting for the stuff, but majority of them have trusted me and continued to go on. And this is one example of that, where I had a little bit of time in between. The book was done, so let's launch.
Yeah. And I know creators have been sort of hesitant to do that, but in many cases, when those creators go and ask their audiences, hey, do you want me to wait until I can get you all these books when the printer can make that happen? Or do you want me to keep moving forward and getting this content out? And most of the time the audience is like, hey man, I'll support you either way, but let's see the stuff, let's get it out.
Exactly.
It's a good spot.
All right, so this is Pup Van Winkle. Is live right now. Thank you, Chris. Chris backed. So this is Pup Van Winkle. This is my wife's story. And though it does look like a kid's book, it is not. It is about a dog named Foley. Foley is a dog. He is named after Mick Foley, the wrestler. He has a droopy ear because of that. One of his ears always droops down. And he falls asleep for 15 years. And when he wakes up, all the dogs in the town are being hunted. And he's trying to figure out why. So it's kind of a fun little story where anamorphic dogs are talking. Semi-stray dogs, mystery-ish dog. My wife wrote it with Martha Swartz. Martha has been doing a lot of stuff. She does Seed Seekers and a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Very active in the community. But yeah, this is kind of my wife's book. As you can see, it's 100% done, like all Orange Cone books. We have it done before we launch. And, we have a proven track record of giving stuff out and doing stuff. But yeah, it's a fun little book that we see what happens when, the world starts hunting dogs and cats are the primary animal around. So we see what that's all about. And it's fun. And I think personally, if you guys know Martha, I think this is the best art she's ever done. I think this is really good. This is actually her colors too. This is her whole thing. So I think she did great.
No, I totally agree. I didn't realize that was Martha's art. That's fantastic. I love Martha. We're friends on Facebook, and we back each other's books all the time and stuff. So yeah, she's fantastic, and this is awesome.
Yeah, it's a really cool book. I'm so happy. My wife's done a few things. She's worked in Cthulhu Invades. She edits all my stuff, but this is her first book, her first published work. So we're getting that out there. So that's pretty cool. So any questions? Since I introduced it, I'll let you guys ask questions.
No, I love it. So I'll read it first, but I may let my 9-year-old read this. She loves dog stuff, and I'm a backer. So what the hell? She read my book, which is definitely not kid friendly, and she loved it. It was funny. So
this would be PG-13. Awesome. My wife's not going crazy. It'll be PG-13.
Yeah, I figured as much. So I'll read it first, but as long as it stays, pretty much in line, I'll probably let my 9-year-old read this. She'll love that.
Nice. So I'm going to try to get 2 backers tonight, 2 more backers to get us to 13, 2,536 is what I'm going to go for, which I think is doable. Jesus, look at the wealth of talent. Good show. Good luck to everyone's projects. Thanks, Kyron. Good luck to you.
Hey, Kyron.
And coming from Kyron, who's had some great projects himself, that's a good compliment. So yeah.
That is high marks. All right. So we have gone through the whole list of everybody who's here.
Mm-hmm.
So before, hold on, question. Does Foley use a mandible claw in the book? If Foley does not use a mandible claw, I will be very disappointed in my wife. I just want to put that. Whoa, hold on. Braden's been, I don't know how long Braden's been here, but Braden's here. Hey, Braden.
Hey, not that long. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we got one more to go before we switch to the next thing. Braden, you're super late. Hopefully we're having
I am super late.
He looks fresh from the shower.
Did you shower just for this? Because that's nice.
Yes, I did, honestly.
I appreciate that. Because we could smell you.
Oh, good.
He plays Fortnite with children, so he's got to smell the part, or he doesn't.
I do.
So,
Chuck is the favorite kid I play with.
Chuck is the favorite kid you play with? All right, so tell us about this dope book real quick. Let me add
all righty. Oh man, we went down. That's okay. We were at 25 earlier today.
All right. Well, maybe-
Outwash Onslaught is a ode to slasher horrors. It's about this guy named Trevor Howell who was cast into the ocean and betrayed by a fishing crew he hired, and now he's on his way to get his revenge, as he's being controlled by this demon eel that he doesn't really know the name of or anything.
All right. And this is completely done, right?
Yeah, if it's fully done, we are. I think we're only 200 and something away from getting keychains. All physical backers will get keychains and an additional PDF book, and then we are 20 backers away from everyone getting Pipe Creepers #1 by Frank Martin.
Nice. And this is your best campaign to date, right? That's what.
Yes, this is my best campaign to date. It's funded the fastest and it's made the most.
That is awesome. All right, so I'm going to get you 2 backers. You've been on the show before, so it's going to trickle down a little bit, and we're going to try to get you back to that 2,500 mark.
Yeah. 2,600. Y'all get really cool keychains.
We need those keychains. We need that swag. So thank you guys. So that is everybody's project. Now we're going to go through the list again and see if any of our begging has helped. See if we can get some backers and do any of that stuff. But before I do that, I always pose a question about the industry or what's going on with everything. So tonight we're going to talk about a curator messaged me and noticed that I didn't do a video. And I noticed about half of you guys did videos, half of you didn't. And then in Zoop, can you do a video in Zoop?
Yep. Actually, they asked me just about 3 days before launch. They said, "Hey, do you want to do a video?" And I go, "Nope."
So do you guys think, what kind of impact does a video do? So I'd love to hear you guys' feedback on videos. If you think that it's beneficial or not beneficial, or what's your thoughts?
I mean, I'll kick it off. I'm someone that has been watching the Kickstarter space and the crowdfunding space for a long time and studying it, and so like a lot of the early data was like so overwhelmingly clear how important in the early days a video was on the Kickstarter platform. I even so much so that like it was pretty significant that like if you did not have a video, your project better be damn good, or you better be coming with a very, very large, established, trusted audience. I think what has happened now, especially in the comic space, is that Kickstarter is so good at getting repeat backers back to you. And I know for myself, most of the projects that I back now are usually actually from creators who I know them. I like the work they do. I've backed them in the past. So rarely do I click and ever watch a project video.
Right.
But the people that do watch project videos are people that are trying to, so I think are in a lot of ways people that don't necessarily know you and aren't convinced or are open to being convinced. And so that's who you're really targeting the video from. But you can find now, I think, lots of examples of projects that do incredible that either don't have videos or don't have much of a video. But I don't think that that's a reason not to do one. And I often find like I don't really know how to properly pitch the books that I'm putting out until I've like gone through the process of actually making a really tight, concise video. It's almost like we're finding your pitch at a convention or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other nice thing is when you do have a video, or when you do go through the steps of making a decent video, you have all these marketing assets that you can use in your promotion throughout the launch. So like I turned the 4-minute video that we did for A Fistful of Pain with Ryan and Louie into about 4 or 5 different under a minute videos that are running and for ads or for just marketing posting things throughout the campaign. So I think there's a lot of value there still as well, but that's sort of where I stand.
Yeah, no, listen, I've used Kickstarter for probably a decade now, and I totally agree with Tyler. I think here's my general take on videos is if you're gonna do them damn well. If you're not, and if you're gonna do it and it's gonna be shitty, don't do it. Like, put a nice graphic up. The graphic has to be emotional. It has to be something that grabs your attention. It's got to be something that makes people go, "Whoa, what the hell was that?" And then just be happy with that. But if you're gonna do a video, it better be a damn good video. These cheesy little like, "Hi, back my book because we need to pay for the artists, and this is a really cool book, and it's so different than everything else. It's just like Superman." And you go, "What the fuck did I?" So you've got to be really, and I'm just saying that coarsely and rudely and bluntly because I want people who do a video to do a good video, do a movie trailer, do something that gets attention. If you're not going to do that, put a damn good graphic up and be done with it, right? That's my opinion. But I think Tyler's right. 5-10 years ago, it was a much bigger impact than it is today. Today, people are scrolling through going, "Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, they're used to the Tinder mentality, the Instagram mentality, the TikTok mentality of catch me in 3 seconds or less. And you've got to do that. And so if you can't do it with your video, do it with your graphic.
No. All right, cool. Eric, Braden, Kat?
Well, I'm unsure because now my biggest campaign is the only one without a video.
But I think that you're what Tyler said. You're building a track record of success and stuff. So
right.
You're getting, it's just because you're basically, you don't need it. It's not that you don't need a video. It's that you've gotten to the point where people trust that you're going to produce what you promise. So you don't have to sell. That part's not as hard to sell.
And I mean, Braden, your project image is awesome. Like for the style of book that you're going for, your title and your project description, like it's a perfect image for what you're doing. I mean, like that's a design that is just like, pull me in. I need to know more about this stuff. So like, your video, like the image gets them to the page. And if they're at the page, video might be the first thing they click. But I think for a lot of people, they just start scrolling, right. Especially if they've got that trust with you from back in the past, or just seeing that others have backed your stuff in the past. I like the one thing that I would say for the first timer or the younger Kickstarter is like, Kickstarter gives you all of these different tools. Crowdfunding gives you all these different tools. Why not take advantage of all of them, especially when you might not have other advantages? And the other thing about crowdfunding is just that, like, this is not something that exists. Like, and so it helps me to know that there is a real person on the other side of the campaign that I can look in the eye. Sometimes you see projects, no videos, no mention of any credits, no and just
right.
A limited description. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to trust my money with this. But when when you can actually connect with someone, it can make a big difference.
That's the worst. What offends me the most is in comics, just the lack of credits. The amount of people on Kickstarter, it's like 1 out of 10 who don't give credits or only give credit to them, whoever the person is. I created this all by myself. Well, you're not an artist. You say specifically no credits to any of the art team, letter or editors, anything. That drives me crazy.
I just want to echo what Charlie said. I mean, there's nothing like if you go to a page and they have a video and you start to watch it and like have some nice music, graphics are great, and then all of a sudden it sounds like they're talking out of a tin can. And that's a huge turnoff, to me at least.
All right. Well, we had a quick little discussion there. Hold on. I would join in, but feed is lagging. I just did networking for my book today at a local shop. Great. Met someone that runs conventions, to my surprise in the process. Great, Brian. That's awesome. Brett, thanks for asking that question. No problem, man. No problem. Yeah, like I said, I always wish I do a video, but it's always the last thing I think of, so I don't do them a lot. But you'll notice on my bigger ones where like I'm worried, like it'll have a video every time. So you'll know my fear of the campaign and success based on whether or not there's a video. if you're keeping track of Travis. All right, so let's see where we're at. So Kat, we're gonna start with you. We started at 18 followers. We're going to try to get you to 22.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we have done it. Don't spoil it for me because sometimes people do that. I want to see for myself.
Okay.
Let's see where we're at. We're at 20. So I have thus far failed. In front of Tyler and Charlie, like they're big guys, and your guys are embarrassing me in front of these guys. So like. You don't even have to spend money on this, guys. Like this is just. So I'm going to share it again. See why people don't want to look. I don't even asking you to back it. I mean, you should back it. I backed Kat's other book, but maybe just see what you can do. Smash that
notify me button.
Right. It's not hard. It's not rocket science here. All right, hold on.
I did. Come on, y'all.
Yay!
Jump up in there.
See if things have changed as I started yelling. See? Yelling helps. Yelling helps. So that is what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, we have marked off our first thing off of our calendar.
Right.
You have got your goal. Congratulations. You are on the page. Get that on the website so we can share that shit out.
Did it hit 25?
Well, I said 20. You can do whatever you want. All right, so we need two more. Two more to get that.
We need one more.
I only promised 22, and we got you to 23.
24. It's at 24 now.
All right, 24 now? All right.
Yep. So one more, guys. And I post a story that goes live tomorrow.
So, and now you're doing it tomorrow. See, everything, all the rules are changing as we go.
Okay, I can post it as we talk if you really want to.
Yes. Yes. All right. So I have a Zoop guy in here.
Do it, Kat.
I don't know anything
Thanks,
about Zoop, but I think they can get backers as well. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
They can get the backers. So let's see what's going on with Charlie's campaign.
And Charlie, it might help to explain some of the differences with Zoop because it's a little bit of a different experience in terms of how people can select the rewards. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Tyler. So one of the cool things about Zoop is, good, bad, right? So Zoop is new, so they're still filling things out. But what's really neat is you can see all of the add-ons and all of the reward tiers on one page. So it's in the same page as your story. So the first thing you see is the general status, which is at the top there. That's that banner, the header there. And then you can see the rewards. Now, what's cool about the rewards is you don't have to just pick one. Like, for example, you want to do that cool Marcus Williams cover. Okay, great. Cover B. You click that. You got that in your cart. And then you want to do right. So on the right there, if you see there, so cover B was added, and Milestone #1 Print Edition cover A was also added. You can choose 2 different reward tiers simultaneously. You don't have to limit yourself to one. So the whole backer stress of trying to figure out oh shit, where do I back? Do I want this or this or that? You can choose all of them. And oh, by the way, once you choose at least one reward, you can choose any number of add-ons. And so you can add on successively. So you can add on metal bookmarks, metal trading cards, metal whatever. You can add on other comics that I've added in there. You can add on original art. I've got one piece of original art. And just so you guys know, I am not a fan of parting with original art. I've done it 3 times so far in my entire career, less than 1 per book that I've done out there. And I'm parting with the original inks from Juan Castro for the Nito Diaz Zoop exclusive cover. I have the pencils still. I'm hanging on to them for now, but I am parting with the inks for this campaign only. So that's an add-on that you can do after you back at least at a digital level. So you can start as little as $5. You can add as much as whatever the hell you want, even the retailer tier. But you can choose as many or as few rewards as you want. You don't have to pick just one. And that's the one thing I love about Zoop. It's truly a shopping experience and less of a crowdfunding experience, if that makes sense at all. If you guys have questions, then let me know. You cannot pick an add-on until you've picked a reward, at least one reward. But once you do any reward, whether it's digital or physical, you can pick any add-on afterwards. So what I love here is you can go in and there's no backer stress. You don't have to go, well, if I pick the digital, can I get the metal bookmark? Yeah, you can. Or if I pick this, can I also get that? Yes, you can. So
wait,
really
pause. If I get the digital, why do I need a bookmark?
Well, that's entirely up to you, because some people just want cool swag. I mean, what the hell, right? When shit looks cool, people buy it, right?
Right. I just want to know.
No. Hey, I am not one to question people's preferences. Y'all do whatever the fuck you want. But
I was hoping you had like a cool digital. Your digital is so unique that you slam it on like one of those bracelets that we had as a kid that wraps around. You slam it on
slap
your
bracelets, baby,
and it'll appear right there.
If only I could do digital slap bracelets, you guys would have one. All right. So anyway, being slightly inebriated doesn't help. But yeah, no, I really like it. So I think it's a cool, from a backer perspective. I backed 5 campaigns now on Zoop personally, and I really like the shopping experience. And what's really neat is I can go back after the fact and go, you know what? Let me add this. And so, all it is just a +1, really, to the whole campaign. So this series is we've got. Go ahead.
I said you're on my Twitter. Hold on, I was sharing it out.
Oh yeah.
But by the way, though, we need one more backer for this, guys. Hold on, before you continue. I know it's Zoop, and Zoop is scary, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. It's scary, but don't be scared. It's gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna make it. Charlie's gonna come back to Kickstarter. He still supports Kickstarters.
Yeah.
We're just gonna try it out and see if you like it. You know, we got to get into 69. Don't be scared.
I was actually in the process of trying to back it, but it needs my credit card information, and I don't have that with me, so I have to go.
Yeah, that obviously, anytime you join something new, you're going to have to add that stuff in there. And there are some privacy things they added, some security features, which if you backed on Zoop before, it may ask you for some authorization stuff. It's just security. They're trying to protect you, which is I appreciate, but it can be frustrating. Yeah, no, it's funny you say that, Travis. I actually have 2 campaigns from other creators who have come to me to back their to put their books out there. So I'm doing those on Kickstarter because I know it and trust it. And that is not a statement against Zoop. I actually really, really love these guys, and I love what they're doing, and I love what this could do for us collectively as both creators and backers. When Zoop and Indiegogo and Kickstarter all are doing good things and all different things, it makes the market better for us. So in indie comics especially, it makes it better for the retailers, because I know it sounds counterintuitive, because like, well, what the fuck would no, it really helps the retailers quite a bit, because retailers are frustrated with Diamond, they're frustrated with the current process and everything. So giving them an easy shopping method, whether it's Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Zoop, whatever, giving them a way to buy the books they want to buy now, back them and support them and get them on their shelves is much better, especially if it's a single click or a couple of clicks versus having to fill out forms and all the other stuff they have to do for Diamond, wait for shipping, pay these penalties, trust that the stuff's going to arrive undamaged, deal with returns, deal with all the other crap. They can get rid of that. They can deal with just an individual creator, individual product, individual package, get things taken care of pretty quickly, delivered to the store, on the shelf, and then when they need to, they can reach out to the individual creators and reorder them. That's what we're all about. Like, that's what indie comics really, really needs. And so to me, when we make Zoop successful, when we get Indiegogo successful, when it can get out of some of the political shit they're in, when we get Kickstarter more successful around comics, all three platforms benefit from each other's success. And then your local comic shop also benefits from that success. So, which by the way, benefits all of us as both fans and creators. So that's my whole thing is I'm giving Zoop a good college try because I believe in what they're doing. I've talked to the creators, I've talked to the founders, I've talked to them almost weekly. And while they're not perfect and they know they need to grow, they are absolutely committed to growing. They're absolutely committed to this market, and they're absolutely committed to comics, especially indie comics like us. So I'm all in. So guys, join me. Shit.
Nice. All right. If that's not a Jordan endorsement, so we still owe you a backer. So we're gonna have to come back to you in a minute because we need to get you to 69. I mean, we can't go. I can't go to bed till that happens. So
it's a great number, right?
We'll address that in a little bit.
There's got to be somebody out there that like it's his thing that he is backer 69 whenever he or she.
Yeah. Let's tag a couple of those people who like that. Let's make sure that you can be 69, Mr. Caleb. Caleb is one. There's a gentleman by the name of Mike Tenner.
Oh, I was gonna say Mike Tenner.
He's 69. Anybody else? We got anybody else we can tag in this?
Yeah, there's got to be a Bill and Ted meme out there, fan.
Yeah. All right, so we'll work on that, Charlie. Don't lose faith. I know we're gonna get you there. Eric is ready. He's got to go away. So Eric can do that after we see what's going on with Power Company. I got to see whether or not I have failed on Power Company. So what is going on with Power Company right now? Brand new book to this platform to make. Damn it! I closed the window. Why do I keep doing that? I'm an amateur, guys. This is why I don't have a YouTube channel that goes every day.
No, it's the lack of like a real beer. You're drinking other shit, and so I'm pretty sure you're on an IPA or something. Come on, what do you got? Oh no, it's a porter. Okay, it's a porter. I recant. I recant. No, you're good, brother.
All right. So I said that we get to 105. We're at 103. So we've got them one backer, which is good, but we need two more to get them where they need to go. Give us another quick pitch, Eric, of why we need to back this.
Well, like I said, two of the creators, Mike and Henry, that joined with issue number 3. This will be their very first story that they've ever written, ever. So you are looking at their sort of. I don't want to necessarily say that this book is kind of popping their cherry, but
it is.
But it is.
It's their debut.
It's their debut as creators, and we're really excited for it. And if you are somebody who is a fan of sort of old school cover gimmicks, we have our 2 homage covers. And the one main cover, we actually offer like a 1990s style hollow foil option.
Nice.
So if that's your thing too.
Well, I love the Perez homage that you guys did, but it doesn't have enough characters for Perez. He needs at least triple that to be a Perez cover.
Well, that's from Avengers Volume 3, number 5, when the squadron comes flying in. But yeah, if you wanted a Perez, jam-packed sort of cover, you should have seen what I had done for my Indieversity book. But
Brian will be right back. Brian, when you get back, we'll answer that question. But yeah, I'm excited about this. So we need to get 2 more backers out here. So please share this out. See if we can get some backers out, some little support. Even $1 helps, as we've said many a times.
The Steel Wolf story that I'm
unless you're a backer kit.
I heard Sean says that he got his backer kit back. Did you hear about the backer kit shenanigans, everyone?
No.
We had a good discussion about it.
The creator backer kit creator thing, they dropped.
Yeah, they pulled their pledges. They no longer love us.
Wait, what? What? Because they just launched this whole like beta creator crowdfunding thing. What the hell? What are you talking about?
So for years, backer kit as a part of their marketing efforts, they decided that there's a creator fund where they back for $1 every Kickstarter project, and they've done that for years now, right?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of those. Yeah.
And so I was on a channel with a bunch of Kickstarter creators that have live projects, and everybody's like, "Well, that's weird. BackerKit just canceled their pledge on me," and then same here. I don't know. Like, Travis, have you heard any official word about that? Or
Yes. From what I understand, what happened is there was a security issue. If you don't have so most creators didn't know about the security issue because we have to create a real account. Like, you can't use like a Facebook login, or you can, but you also have to have a name and password. So there was some sort of security where all that got reset, and everyone had to get a reset. And part of that is they tested some accounts for frauds, or tried to address fraud, so that they got hit under fraud, like they were frauding people for whatever reason. Is what I heard from Laura. That was pretty close to it, right, Braden?
Yeah, it was something like that. But I saw that Sean got his dollar back. Did you get your dollar back?
I did not get my dollar back. They don't like
I didn't either.
Every dollar counts.
It does.
Brett says BackerKit just pledged to my camp tonight. So we'll see where BackerKit, see if they come back, see if they return to each of us.
So it was interesting because BackerKit has launched, as of last month, their own crowdfunding platform.
Right.
Kickstarter competitor.
It's very limited right now, though. Yeah, they emailed me a few times. Exactly. So I'm pretty sure they won't put $1 on mine because Zoop is also a fulfillment, which is a competitor. So you guys enjoy my dollar.
You guys live in that dollar world. All right, so let's check on. So I owe you some backers too. This is come on, guys. You guys are embarrassing me in front of the cool guys. They're not going to let me eat at their table. So all right, we got to get 2 more backers over here. Hey Jay, good evening. What's up? Just showing some cool projects. Power Company has been shared out, but let's get some backs for that.
Jay, man.
Where are we at with Steel Wolf? Did we get you to where we wanted to get you to 35? See if we got you there. And Steel Wolf, Charlie says it's very, very good. 10 out of 10.
Wow. No pressure, and he's not at all biased.
No, Steel Wolf didn't show up in Spider Squirrel #1 at all. But no, I really did. No, I legit enjoyed it. It's a very, like, I love. So for those of you who don't know me, I love like fresh nostalgia, which I know sounds like a paradox, and it is. But that's what I get from Steel Wolf. It's a fresh nostalgia. So if you're an older reader, I think a lot of newer readers really enjoy this too. I dig it. So by all means, jump in and back this book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In the Steel Wolf universe, everything goes up to 11.
Everything goes up to 11. Everything. So, but this one has succeeded. The ones with no money are doing well. That's kind of the way it works sometimes. So we're going to mark that off the list. But guys, if you are still on here, let's try to get those followers up to 40. Let's keep doing stuff. And Eric and Dan, we're gonna give them back to you to try to get that at 105. You are more than welcome to go back to Charlie's book. Go get your credit card. Charlie's waiting. He's just sitting there waiting for 69. So you're more than welcome to do that as I go to Comics Tribe and see what's going on. I don't want to be embarrassed, so they better have come and back this book. So let me see where we're at. Damn it, did I close it? No, I didn't. All right. All right. So we've got one backer. We're still too short. Everyone is letting me down. All right, hold on. Let me refresh. Maybe that's not where it's at. Where is it? Can you guys see it?
Showing 5:30.
5:30.
I've been seeing ads for this all over Facebook, and I've been meaning to check it out.
Well, Tyler, give me your pitch.
Yeah. So this is a kung fu tale of vengeance between two sisters that have spent their life Battling Over the Family Dragon. It's written by Ryan K. Lindsay, who has done Eternal from Black Mask. He just did he's done so much. He did Chum from Comics Tribe before. But the big sexy hook is something that we've sort of made a Comics Tribe staple, is the amazing hardcover collection that we're putting together. It's die cut, it's foil enhanced. It's going to be really cool. Any chance you can put me on a bigger screen here so I can just show off two of the Comics Tribe die cut hardcovers that we've done?
You want to make yourself huge?
I've got at least one of these.
Yeah. So this is something this is something that I really just love at being a publisher and having like print partners that are really great at executing ideas. So this was a book also by Ryan K. Lindsay that he did with artist Chris Panda called She, and this was funded 2 years ago during the we were launching like the week everything shut down with the pandemic. We went ahead with our launch, and it was like our most backed campaign to date for comics, which is pretty awesome. But this is a die cut foil enhanced logo here. But the concept is like she's got this mask. This character has this mask that when she puts the mask down, it has that cool like skull visor. And so we wanted to kind of recreate that on the cover. But then also be able to have fans do this with the hardcover. So it's just a really, really cool large format book. So that was She. And then that wasn't enough of a die cut fix. So we launched a year later, Wailing Blade, when we put this sci-fi book by Richard Dewick and Joe Mulvey. This is another Comics Tribe title that we also pulled the die cut for. Here.
I have that one. It's so badass.
I never got mine because I waited too long to fill out my Kickstarter pledge, and I totally forgot about it.
Oh.
Yeah. So Wailing Blade is another cool one, and so this will be the third book that we are doing that. If you can pull back up the Kickstarter, we don't have the book in hand yet, so we're still working with our print partner to put it up. But if you scroll up just a little bit, or actually you can go either way.
Is it down or up?
Yeah, just go up.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the hardcover, and the eyes will. So the pupils of the eyes are the two dueling sisters. But when you open up the book, those eyes will be cut out. And so hopefully we're hoping people are going to be able to sort of put their own eyes in the dragon eyes, which should be really cool. And then all of those flames are going to be gold foil enhanced. So, this is it's just going to be a really cool book to put on your shelf, hopefully stand out. And the hardcover version also includes additional pages that aren't in the two softcover versions. So we kind of cover the waterfront. And yeah, it's gonna be a really cool book. There's also a process zine, which is just an additional book that chronicles the journey that these writer and artists have been on, working on bringing this thing to life. It's taken a bunch of different iterations. You'll see sort of layouts and process stuff. So that's going to be a cool extra. And I'm just really excited to be able to put that there.
Will those extra pages be extra story pages or extra?
A combination. So Ryan and Louis have been sort of con buddies, tables next to each other. They're both from Australia, so they've worked together on a few other things. And so there's going to be some extra story content, just that of other work that they've done together in there, as well as, this is a book that has taken a couple of different iterations. So there's, other directions that the book went down that maybe brought back in a fashion in the hardcover. And then we also have just some killer pinups from a whole bunch of really great artists. And so we've got more than we have pages for in the softcover. But if we're going to continue to expand the hardcover, hopefully, and and load it up. And actually, I think at our 30K stretch goal, which is now coming up in sight, we're going to actually have room to add 4 more pages to the hardcover as well. So
that is awesome. And when you do could you do a retail eventually? Is that going to be just a standard cover?
So this is something that I'm toying with internally, and you know, for the publishers out there that like the sort of inside baseball of these decision makings, I'm still kind of on the fence about whether or not this book gets a direct market release at the size and format that it is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because this is a large format book. Awesome, we picked up another backer. Great. This is a large format book, and that sometimes doesn't go over so well with retailers. And then also, like, the price points for retail, you know, are just significantly different than what is going on Kickstarter, and that what Kickstarter creators and publishers legitimately need to charge in order to make this stuff, right? Like, in order to do that, this is not a cheap book, the cheap thing to put out, you know, or to pull off. Right. And so we have to get the volume right in terms of number of books to be sold, and then we also have to get, you know, we have to raise, you know, a significant amount of upfront funding to do it. So we may just release the standard softcover version, which is also large format. So the softcover versions are still a bigger than normal European style book. So you'll have that, and those are going to be beautiful too. But I'm also considering for the comic market release, you know, shrinking the size down, going down to a more standard comic book size for that release, and just have that sort of be its own thing. But that will come out after our backers have already had this book in hand. So, you know, we're gonna get this in backers' hands first. They're gonna be the first to get it, and they're gonna have crack at the deluxe experience as well.
And I got to tell you, this is my first. I even have it, but still haven't read it. It's on the shelf. I apologize for that. It's just so many things, but I love this book. This book is one of my favorites of the year, stylistically and everything. I think anybody who's a comic creator and is in this field, in the Kickstarter field, should read this book just as research. Like, hey, this is a different way to tell a story. If you're going to be telling stories in this medium, let's try to do it. And we see, if you look at people like Joseph Smalky and the Electric Black, all the stuff that they're doing it very stylistic. I have a book coming out later this year for our 5th anniversary, or next year, that's going to be all orange is the only color palette that I'm going to use in it. But you're seeing this more and more. Look at Vault, look at like Black Mask. A lot of their books are doing this very stylistic way. So if you want to be in this indie scene, maybe that's something that could set you apart. You know, and especially if you are looking at your art, let's be honest, a lot of time we've looked at art, we're like, hey, this is the best art I can afford. Right? It's not the best art I want. It's not what the story deserves, but this is what I can afford. Maybe a stylistic approach can kind of offset some of that stuff if you feel that way about the art that you're coming out with. So I can't support this book enough or plug it enough.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you giving it an advanced read. You know, I was excited that you were able to take some time out of your schedule and just give a look at the PDF. I know Ryan was very, very thrilled to have that, and hopefully we'll return the favor as it goes around. You know.
Yeah. But yes, we owe you one more, so we got to get that.
Awesome. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool book. You know, if you're a fan of things like the Image Casanova series, or older school Frank Miller's Ronin, that goes of that. But you know, it's a 2 female leads sort of lead it, and then also, like, if you're a fan of just like old school video games where, like, you know, there's you know, boss take on boss number 1, boss number 2, like the main boss, and then the ultimate boss to win the crown. That, you know, it's got something for the gamers out there as well.
All right, so I'll be right back to this to see where we're at, but we need one more backer so I can let Tyler go. He's got kids in the morning too, so he's going to go too. So, but let's see where else. We got Braden. You came in late.
I did.
So I don't know if you've got anybody, which is
That's
if
fine.
You don't have anybody, it's 'cause you showed up.
You know, we have 9 days left. I'm just trying to end strong.
Yeah, no. Let's see where you're at. Let's see where you're at and see where your stuff is. You were late. Again, I'll be on here all night to make sure that we get everybody their thing. You were still right where we left you. Give us another quick pitch, though.
Outwash Onslaught is an ode to classic slasher horrors. It's about this guy named Trevor Howell who got betrayed by his crew and thrown back into the ocean, and he drowned and died. And now he's being asked to take his revenge by this demon that keeps egging him to, continue to find the men that betrayed him.
All right. And this is a one shot. This is a one and done, like most of your stuff.
Yeah. So this is just a 24-page one shot, 23, 20, somewhere around there.
Beautiful black and white. Beautiful all that swag. We're going to share one more spot, but I will come back to you as well. Again, you just got here, so we're going to have to push that a little bit bigger. I want to go.
Not a problem.
I got to say, that character design is fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
If you need a villain, Eric, for any of your super villain, there you go. We can make a crossover. I think this can happen.
It's very good.
I also have nobody, so.
You got no crossovers. All right, and I am one short myself. What is going on tonight? We're a little bit low all over things, but we're 120.
I don't get it. I shared. Damn it. Let's do some more. Come on, y'all. Step up. Who doesn't love a badass pup like, oh my gosh, like Pup Van Winkle? He's super cute. I don't get it. Where's Terry Mayo?
We're at 112. We'll move forward with that. Pup Van Winkle is a original story. We're looking at a 3-issue arc, maybe 4. We actually didn't, and this is the first one that I didn't say how many issues it is because we're still figuring it out. My that's kind of the neat thing about comics is my wife is kind of learning how to write a comic where I've been doing it for a little bit. So it's really hard to get that answer. She's like, I think I can do it in 3, but maybe not. So it's I think that's really interesting, where I have that all mapped out and try to play that out and as people build stuff. And I think we have some great covers here. This is Etienne from Canada. This is Ignacio, who's been doing a lot of really cool stuff. He's been doing stuff for Scout lately. He's got a really cool cartoony design. And then Rolansky is a really, really good cover artist. He does some neat stuff. He's also the colorist of my upcoming book, Coins of Judas for Band of Bards. So lots of cool stuff there. So all right. Kat, are you gone? No, you're
here. I'm here.
You got 125, so you better post that story.
It's already up.
All right. Don't offend our people.
I was peer pressured into it. I already posted the story.
All right. All right. So, all right, we're going to start back at the top again. Going back to the top. Guys, we need your support to make these things happen. So that's why I do it. I don't bullshit you when we do these things. We need money. We need support. We need new faces. So I get my audience with this. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Tyler, what are you drinking? I need to know. Sorry. That's more important than what I'm saying. What are you drinking?
Nothing too exciting, my friend. Just the last Pellegrino from Sparkling Water.
I'm
on a detox after 5 days in a row with the fam.
What do you
got?
got?
2 water and 2 drinkers.
I haven't even finished my 1 porter. Don't call me a drunker. Come on.
Oh, sorry, I was referring to me.
Oh, you're 2 drunkers.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'd much rather have a Guinness sitting here beside me than a cup of water. So.
Me
Oh my
too.
God, Travis and I had that conversation backstage. So yes, look at
All right.
woo!
So as you know, this is the first official our Creators Hangout hit the goal with a Zoop. So this is a big day for us. We've got 70. We skipped past 69.
Must be the
I
drink.
was 69. Thank you very much.
Eric was 69. So we got one more after that. Is there a good? I'd love to see off air the back end, how the back end looks compared to Kickstarter. I'm curious
Sure.
of that.
Yeah, it's actually, I'll just tell you right here. I mean, it's actually, you send them a document with like your graph, like they tell you, hey, send us these items for this segment, 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 this, and this. And then they send it to you. And then about 36 hours before your campaign launches, they send you a draft and they say, hey, here's what it'll look like. What do you think? And you have that time, that 36 plus hours, 36 to 48 hours, depending on when you're launching, to make edits and then go from there. And then updates, you just email the Zoop team your update. They'll copy and paste it with your graphics and everything into an update right on the campaign. So while it's not as clean and sexy as like just doing your own updates, the positive side of that is you do your own updates like I did. They didn't edit anything. Like it was exactly as I expected, but they curate everything. And so there's a lot of intentionality behind the process. Now I know that's very manual, and that's the downside is, can you grow that? Probably not. Over time, I expect that they'll have to open up like Kickstarter did. But for now, they're curating both what they put on their campaigns as well as the stories and campaign updates and so forth. And I like that because I think to an extent it gives a sense of integrity that you don't get from other things. And I say that as somebody who got stuck backing a guy who has like 5 campaigns running simultaneously and never delivers a goddamn thing. So
I don't know that guy.
Everybody,
I've never talked to him or called him.
I was going to say, you work for that guy, Travis. So, and I say that now, you know, to be fair, he's delivered at least one thing to me out of 5 campaigns. But the truth is that gives me a sense of integrity. And that was part of the reason I went to Zoop in the first place, is because they're focused on comics and they're curating everything, which gives a high sense of integrity. So for me, I'm sold. I believe in the campaign. Even if this fails, and I don't think it will, but even if this campaign fails, I think I trust Zoop, and I'm all in as a backer personally. So
nice. So I get to mark you off my list right here. Milestone. I'll make myself big. Get you on my list.
I wish I could make myself big, but I'm trying. You know.
It's the
there you go. Show them the full strength. So everybody, all right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Fantastic.
Oh, a Spanish Squirrel tattoo, you know, the whole
I didn't know that. Let me see.
Wow.
Okay. All right. There we go. I was not aware. All right. All right. We're going to get in. By the way, anybody, if you guys are done, anybody can take off. I am going to get here until I get your backers, because that's what I do. And I'm ready. I'm going to talk to people. We're going to share this out. Do me a favor, guys. If you're on this chat or seeing this, share it out. Share our message. Just stream out so we can get people to pay attention, to come along board on stuff. I also just noticed, because I get notifications on my phone, that we have another successful one to get out off the round. So let me show you who else has got it. Charlie's Begs for the puppies. 113 right there for the puppies. That is what I promised right there. So puppies is gone. Pup Van Winkle is gone, which is a great thing to do.
By the way, I'll give a negative connotation. If you guys don't back all the stuff on here, I'll stay on until the whole thing's over. And I'm obnoxious as fuck. So if you people don't back something, I'm going to stay on and annoy the shit out of you until you back it or quit all of Travis's. Well, Travis, I might lose subscribers for you. I'm sorry about that.
I keep getting to 5,000 on my Facebook. So I need people to get offended by me so I can get new friends.
Okay, I'll help you out with that one, brother. I got you.
But let's try to get it, because I know it's late. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. Power Company seems to be still at their place. We need one more for Power Company. We need one more for Fistful of Pain. So let's get Power Company back up here because we just talked to Tyler for a bit. See what we can do for Power Company. See what Charlie says. I'll be here all night, and then his screen is blank. He's like, I'm here for the long haul. Out. All right, can you tell me about some of these characters in Power Company? Oh, actually, how long is this video? Can we play it? Does it have music?
You know, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I haven't watched it.
All right, let's see what's up. Let's watch it real quick.
You haven't watched your own Kickstarter video?
I didn't set the page up.
Oh, it's got some music. Let's see what's going on. Little elevator vibe.
So, hey, Eric, remind me
Yeah.
to take the video next time you have me scrub your Kickstarter stuff.
Dan, your vibe, like how you rocked out to it, though, was worth it. I actually just want that to be the video. Just the video playing and Dan just rocking out as we progress. I think is better. Is better for that. So that is fantastic.
Well, the fact of the matter is that neither Dan nor I are very good carnival barkers. That's usually Carlos's gig, but he's working, so he couldn't be here tonight. And you're sort of stuck with us. But again, the annual itself, in addition to all the creative teams, you've got a story that harkens back to the history of the book. You've got another story that connects to another really great independent series that's going on. You've got a couple brand new stories by creators that I told you about. You've got Thunder Woman, which always brings the sexy. And you've got Steel Wolf story, which has something that is ripped right out of the headlines of today. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in the book.
And is you can get all the books on the campaign, do you know?
I believe so, yes. We typically put all the books up so that anybody that wants to catch up can. But they're also available on Indie Planet, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So you print through Kablam, so we know that the quality of the book will be pretty good.
Yep.
Everyone likes Kablam. Speaking of paper, how is the paper shortage for everybody? How are you guys doing? How you guys, that gives us a subject to talk about for a minute. How is the paper shortage affecting you? Are you delayed on anything because of paper shortage?
So I'll just speak for myself real quick. You know, I use Comics Wellspring, and they've been fantastic. That being said, they're a little slower than usual. Like normally it's 2 weeks, I get a proof, or within a week I get a proof, depending on whether I do rush or not.
Right.
And then it's usually a week or two before I get the other stuff. And it's been closer to 3 weeks between them. So it's been almost 6 weeks. And so like for me, and people who know me, I'm like panicking because I just now got my books on Monday, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so far behind. And people are like, dude, I got books still like a year behind. What the fuck are you worried about? But you know, and then other stuff who just won't deliver at all. But so I've been panicking, but it hasn't been too bad. Now I know Kablam, and I'll let Eric and those guys talk to that one. Kablam has struggled quite a bit because Barry's been very open about how hard it is for him to get paper. So I don't know how it has affected the other printers.
I was gonna say, my last campaign, I went through Comics Wellspring too, and I didn't have any problems. Everything came out on time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit tiny, but here's the thing. I should be fair. I tell everybody, I did something really weird this time. I have one of 6 covers that is one of them is a wraparound. So it's you open it up and it's like front and back. And so I probably effed them up a little bit by trying to have that one mixed in with the rest of them. But still, it only took an extra week or two.
Yeah. Well, so I had a ton of problems with Cthulhu Invades Wonderland. I had tons of problems getting that out. And the hardcover was crazy expensive compared to what it used to be. Like, should have went overseas expensive. Just to give you I got 2,000 copies of the soft cover for a decent amount price, and it cost me $9,000, which is about 75% of what I paid for the whole 2,000 for $300, and I'm still waiting on it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I wanted to go to a reprint on a trade that we did, and like the quote to print 1,000 copies was more than what I printed it for originally, just like 2.5 years ago for 2,000 copies. So it's real deal. Like we had one book, Dig, which was delayed about a month and a half. I'm working with Comic Impressions on that one, and it was a complicated order, eight covers, and it was a 64-page book, and because we were also fulfilling a decent size direct market order, like our print run was in the 4,000-ish copies. And as a result of that, like, that's a lot of paper, right? Like 64 pages times like that times 4,000, adds up pretty quick. And I think they were having issues where, like, all right, we could fulfill this project maybe, but or like they didn't have enough paper to do one project, and so like they were trying to get in all the other projects that were backed up because if there were smaller runs or shorter books, well, like, less people were waiting on books, so we got stuck in the queue for a while. But I'd say the one benefit is they ended up having to go with a higher quality paper, interior paper stock, which we usually didn't go for. And the book came out phenomenally. Like, well, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to print on anything else besides this. So I guess that was one little silver lining there. So I've got that, and I've got a book in China right now that's was a children's book, and it's not late yet. So we're hoping that no issues there, but.
Yeah, no, it's been tough. My books I've got Voodoo Nations went into print on the 1st of the month, and I'm going to get it like mid next month is what it's saying. So like the 9th or the 10th, which is, a lot longer than it normally is. Cause remember I live in Florida, so I live right by Comic Impression, so I can go pick them up, but it is what it is. You can't really stop it. It's just trying to get it. And then there is people on the internet, because they use Comics Wellspring, who are printing small runs. So do you print like 200, 300? Do you print how much do you print there?
Me, I just Braden, go ahead.
Oh,
what's your normal print?
For my print run was 251 because I wanted the 15% discount, so I ordered an extra book.
But yeah, so there's a lot of people using Wellspring, and they're like, oh, there's not a paper shortage. Well, yeah, if you're getting 200 books and you're paying a little, yes, there's not a paper shortage. There's really easy, but I like to print like close to 1,000 every time I print, or 1,000 or more.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's a little different thing. So the internet's like, oh, there's no paper shortage. There's no problem. No, there is. It depends on how many books you're printing. Just like Tyler said, the more books you're printing, the more pages, the less like you are to get it in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, because like my last print run was $850. So yeah, I'm with you, Travis. It's like it's closer to 1,000. 750 is my lowest so far. So up until this last batch, it had not been an issue. It's generally 2 weeks to approve, 2 weeks to a actual print run. And like I said, this one only went like 3 and 3, so not bad. And they didn't cite a print shortage. I think I think I fucked them up with all my logistical crap. But anyway.
Right. All right, so let's. I know we have another one that has succeeded, so we've got another one that we can get off here. So let's. Like I said, I don't go to bed till this is. You guys can go to bed, but I don't go to bed till it's done. And I know I'm going to have to work hard for Braden tonight. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. All right.
Don't work too hard.
We got Power Company right here. 105 Power Company.
Woo!
Got you some backers. So, you guys have successfully done all your stuff. So, grats. How are you feeling? Do you think that Boss Man's going to be proud that you came on? Appreciate you guys.
Without a doubt, yep.
So, are you guys both artists or writer artists? What's your role? I know you guys have characters, but
Dan, go ahead.
So I'm a creator. It's kind of weird because I don't really draw per se, but I've got like a program that I use to create character designs on. So I do a little bit of it all, a little bit, more generalist type thing. So but I like work on lore and stuff, and I'm increasingly having to rely on commissioning artists to do character designs because nowadays it's just I don't quite have the time or energy to be really doing the character designs. But when I can, I work on developing and creating their looks and whatnot. So like when you see these characters, pretty much like 90 to 98% of them are my original designs that I made myself.
oh, nice, that's awesome.
I'm a writer. I'm a letterer. I am by trade. I am a graphic artist. So I do a lot of like design work, layout work, logos when they're needed from time to time, stuff like that.
Okay, nice. That was just a question because I don't know a lot about Power Company. I've seen it around. I've seen you doing stuff. So, Tyler, I still owe you $1. I'm embarrassing you. Clay Adams told you how great my show was and how amazing I am, and I'm still one shy of getting you to where you need to go. And it is a book that I have read. So my word means nothing to my fan base. So that's something I've got to address. You got a class on that at Comics Launch about how?
No.
So, Tyler, so I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, Tyler, if you want, I will give you Spider Squirrel Digital 1 and 2 and 3, the entire volume 1, for the next 5 backers.
I'll tell you what, we'll take it, and we will have to offline maybe set up some kind of cross promo for your Zoop. We've got more than 2 weeks left for ours, so happy to do one of those.
Well, thanks, brother. But yeah, no, I offer that free of charge. So the next 5 backers can have all 3 issues of Volume 1 of Spider Squirrel.
That's awesome. And Travis, if you want to play the video,
yeah, I'd love to.
Louis Joyce, out of nowhere, spent like way too much time. He'll tell you on the short little animated teaser that kicks this off.
We got you to where we need to go, but I still want to see that video.
Yes, just play the. You don't have to play the whole video, but
I'm playing it. I'm here. Let's do it.
The animated starter is pretty good.
Oh, what happened?
From award-winning creators Ryan K. Lindsay and Louis Joyce, here comes an all-new large-format kung fu sci-fi one-shot graphic novella about dragons and vengeance. A Fistful of Pain is the story of two sisters who spent their childhood fighting over the family pet Gilgamesh, a 4-ton fire-breathing dragon. After many dark years of blood and betrayal, the estranged sisters reunite for a final knockdown, drag-out battle aboard an opulent yacht to settle their family feud once and for all.
G'day everybody, I'm Ryan K. Lindsay, award-winning Aussie scribe, and I am back with an absolutely gorgeous yet brutal new tale. This story is full of terrifying dragons and face-melting action, but at its core is really all about how nothing has the power to hurt you worse than family. Some ideas, you see, sink their teeth into you and they never let go. Which is why I'm so damn thrilled to finally be bringing A Fistful of Pain to life with Louis Joyce, who isn't just one of my best mates, but also one of the most talented and innovative artists I know.
Ryan and I have been crafting this tale for years. Now that it's done, we're excited to partner with Comics Tribe to bring A Fistful of Pain to life in an epic limited edition, die-cut, foil-enhanced, oversized hardcover that is sure to be one of the most beautiful books on your shelf. Coming to Kickstarter will help us raise the necessary funds to fire up the presses for this beautiful book and get it into the hands of both new and long-time fans around the globe. If you're a fan of stylish kung fu fight comics like Fraction and Aha's Iron Fist or Reminder and Craig's Deadly Class, as well as action-packed, heart-infused, high-concept sci-fi like East or West, Casanova, and Homesick Pilots, you're gonna love this book. So please, pick out an awesome reward and join this campaign.
A Fistful of Pain is available in a variety of awesome formats. There are 3 amazing first printing large format covers available to choose from during this launch. The Standard Edition softcover by Louis Joyce, the Comics Tribe exclusive Virgin Variant softcover by Eric Zawatsky, and the Deluxe die-cut foil-enhanced hardcover version, which features additional pages not included in the softcovers. Any book can be upgraded to the signed bundle, which includes a hand-numbered art plate signed by the writer and artist, plus a print set featuring A Fistful of Pain art from some amazing artists. But that's only the beginning. Also available as an add-on during this launch is A Fistful of Process, a campaign-exclusive zine curated by artist Louis Joyce, which is a 24-page, staple-bound companion book showing the creative evolution of this project over the years. And for the serious collectors out there, we also have a sweet, fully loaded, limited edition collector's box that includes all 3 covers with signed plates for each, the print set, and the process zine, along with an awesome set of limited edition enamel pins and some badass metal trading cards. US shipping on rewards is free and included in your pledge. International shipping is not included on Kickstarter and will be charged in backer kit after the campaign is over using whole weight shipping. This will let us charge you exactly what it costs us to ship your rewards and not a penny more. And in recognition of the extra costs incurred by our awesome international backers, we're going to upgrade all international backers' pledges to include that signed art plate and print set for free. Collectively, Ryan K. Lindsay and Comics Tribe have funded and delivered more than 30 successful Kickstarter campaigns over the past decade, so you can back with confidence when you select one of our amazing rewards. This story is 100% complete and ready to print, so once this project funds, we'll fire up the presses so we can get it on your shelves as soon as possible. Your support here will help us continue to push the boundaries of creator-owned sequential storytelling.
In every creator's journey, if you're lucky, you get to make a few things that are truly special. And for Louis and I, it's A Fistful of Pain.
We can't wait to get A Fistful of Pain into your hands.
So if you're a fan of heart-driven fight comics, pick a pledge and back this project today. Look, I probably got it all in one go, eh? Yeah, this should be fine. All right, let's see how we go.
Dude, I love it. I gotta watch it again and take more notes because I was like, I don't know if you saw me offline. I was like, oh shit, what is that? Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, great idea. You're brilliant. You're brilliant.
It's a culmination of a lot of like, it's at the point where we've done so many things that like I've got checklist after checklist of like, oh, that worked. It's way longer than I usually recommend people do, but you know, we had a lot to check off, and there were some things we're trying there, like that international shipping thing. Like, in recognition of how crazy international shipping rates have been going up, and this being an international team, like one of the things that I was like is we got to do something to just help out our international backers justify going in on a book that it is at the high range of what Kickstarter things charge, and then still have to pay shipping. So
yeah, shipping has gone up a lot. I think it was like $20 just to ship a floppy to Australia. My last campaign.
It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, like and it's like every launch you do, it's more. So
yeah, I do something similar. So what I do is for international backers, they get one pledge higher than what they back. So if they backed single floppy, they'd get, because I do the stack method, you cover A and B, so they'll get cover A and B if they pledge. That's what I would give to international backers.
But how do you track that?
I manually do it after the fact, unfortunately, because BackerKit doesn't really know how to do. I could probably do it with BackerKit if I explain to them what to do.
Right.
But yeah, I have to manually do it. So,
for this campaign,
people appreciate it. I get a lot of messages of people appreciating it.
Yeah.
For this campaign, I didn't offer international shipping just because it was so much, and I didn't feel, it was justified to charge $20 for a single book. So what I did is that any international backer, if they backed at a digital tier, they get 3 additional books to that, to whatever digital tier they backed.
Right. Well, that's cool. Well, we did hit your goal, Tyler.
Yeah, man.
So let's mark you off my list here. Let's get me big for a minute and look at my list here. Oh, I already marked it off. I get so excited. Got there, but all right. So you guys have been here for almost 2 hours. I am going to give you guys the out if you guys want to say goodbye, because I know people have families. Braden, you have to stay because I got to get you fun. I got to get you your backers. So who needs to go?
I got to go.
Sure. Get out of here, Eric.
EB, good seeing you, brother.
You too. Thank you all.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
See you, Kat.
Are you
about
gonna take Tyler, or are you sticking
No,
around?
I'm just saying bye to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, I'll say this, by the way, about the international thing. That's one of the things I loved about going to Zoop is I just had to give them my product weights. They're handling all the shipping. Like I don't had to figure that. Yeah. So it's all taken care of. Like I don't have to think about it. I just get them my weights and they figure out what the costs are going to be, and they supply it to the backers as they come in. So it's pretty cool.
But I didn't know this, but Braden's done too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Brayden, you badass! Look at you. Wait,
Look at that.
can we get him $6
done it.
more? Can we just come on, guys? $6 more. Let's stay on until $5. Just $6 more. Come on.
Oh.
We can do it.
Cat,
I'm OCD.
encourage them,
Y'all gotta help
because
me out.
if we get to 2,600, everyone gets a 10-page preview of Blade of the Undying.
Oh, guys, you want that? You really do.
Come on, let's go.
Come on,
So
let's do
$6
this.
more. Travis, what are we gonna do to promote that, man? I don't know. Let's drop the link again. Let me get that shit out on Twitter too.
Let's get the link out. I've got some stuff I can throw in to get you that $6. We can do that. That's
See,
not
brother, we got you, Braden.
not a
We
hard
do
thing.
not quit on our indie brothers and sisters. So.
I'd offer you books, but they are so exactly the opposite of what you do.
Let's see.
$6. Let's see if we can get you $6.
Back this ish.
Yeah,
That was like
I can
slang
give,
for shit, but you know.
I'm happy to offer up a digital copy of Oxymoron: The Loveliest Nightmare, a slasher serial killer story that we did for Comics Drop.
Oh, that sounds great.
So yeah, next anybody that backs in the next 24.
We got it. We got it. We just got
There
you
we go.
the people gave you the 6, so we got you there.
I gave you
Did it?
exactly
Wow, wow. I haven't even finished my
Alright.
tweet yet. You guys are awesome.
Let's push that next 24. Do you have voodoo on this campaign?
Voodoo will be the next after we unlock Frank's thing. I'm kind of going like 3 books at a time.
Well, let's do Voodoo 2 then for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Voodoo 1 and 2. Frank's at 150. Okay. Okay. So
because Frank's at 150, and then it'll be Voodoo, and then the print that I had made for everybody. So,
but we'll get you taken care of. We'll come up with some good stuff. But yes, thank you,
Travis,
guys.
I just had to show how obnoxious I'll be before people back, and so they back. They're like, "Charlie, shut the fuck up," and so we're good, dude. I appreciate.
They were quick to say, "Shut the fuck up." Actually, tonight viewership has been lower than normal. Normally, I think the algorithms have been crazy against me. You know, sometimes it just goes that way. Just is. What
I blame that Chuck guy.
Mm-hmm.
The truck guy.
That Chuck guy.
The Chuck guy.
Chuck, yeah, he probably swears too much. But let's say
I posted asking people to post their campaigns on my wall today, and like nobody. And I'm like, come on, guys, I know there are campaigns.
I never even seen. I didn't even see that.
That's what I said. I think the algorithm's against me today, but it's there, Braden. If you want to go and throw yours in there for sure.
I will here in a second.
But yeah, the algorithms are a little weird today, so my stuff hasn't gone on as much, which is fine. I don't complain about it. I just keep hustling.
Mm-hmm.
There's people. It's not the end of the world. You can't blame that on all your problems. There's thousands of ways to reach people and to do things like launch or email lists and all sorts of different ways to pivot. So no big deal. But we got everybody their goal again. We have been successful. I think this is the 10th time.
Yeah.
We got everybody what I promised them. Thank you guys for supporting us, hanging out with us for a little bit. If anybody wants to share their socials and all that would be great. Let's go around one more time, get that done, and then I'll play my outro, and you guys can go to bed. Kat, go ahead.
All right. Well, you can find me at currently catscratchpress.com will take you to the Kickstarter. Other than that, you can find me at lifewithkatie.com, Katrina Rotes on Facebook and Twitter.
And the Twitters. All right. Next, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie McKelvey. So you guys can find me right there, pretty much anywhere. So TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever your preference is. I am this obnoxious in real life, so please, by all means, enjoy me as much as you can. Make fun of me because it's fun. But I do cuss this much in real life, so I apologize very much for all of you. We don't have a bleep button. I'd use it if I had it, but I don't have one, so fuck it. No, thank you, Travis, and thanks, team, for everything, and thank you guys and gals out here for watching. I appreciate you hopping in and supporting all of these campaigns because I'm a huge supporter of indie comics. Over 500 Kickstarter campaigns alone. Not counting a handful of Indiegogos and a few Zoom campaigns. So I personally appreciate all of you, and I know what you put out. So thank you.
Braden?
Well, you can find me at Bradoxian Studios. It's literally just my first name and my last name combined into each other. Or you can find me at Bradoxian on Twitter, and the other one that I kind of use not as much, Instagram.
And Tyler, give the spiel.
Yeah. Our latest campaign is A Fistful of Pain. It's at fistful.comicstribe.com. You can hear from me talking about Kickstarter and crowdfunding and talking to great creators like Travis, and I'm sure some of the creators that were here. I'll have to get them on the show as well. On the Comics Launch podcast, which is a weekly show, comes out every Sunday, wherever you listen to podcasts. That's COMIX Launch. And I can usually be found on socials one way or another. At Comics Tribe is the easiest place to find our stuff. And shop.comicstribe.com if you want to pick up any of our backlist of really cool die-cut hardcovers that I showed off. And eventually we will add A Fistful of Pain to that. So thanks, Travis, for having me on, man.
No. I made you large way too late for the
Woo! Yeah. Probably see that. I got a little sun this week.
And I am Travis Gibb. You can find me Jester Lou. I know that is not relevant to anything I do, but I promise you it will be very, very soon. JesterLou on Twitter and Instagram. Find me on Facebook, Travis Gibb. I also have a Substack, travisgibb.substack.com. In that Substack, you'll get an update. I just did an update this week of all the Orange Cone projects that are in the works. We gave you some samples and did some stuff. We have a paid Substack where you can build a comic with me, where you can be from the whole process, from scripting to whether or not we what art team we use, whether or not we pitch it, whether or not we use it on Kickstarter. You get to be part of that whole process for as little as $5 a month, as well as a free cover every time you back any of my projects, which continues to be more and more thanks to people like Comics Drive and Comics Launch, where I learned a lot of those skills. But thank you guys tonight. Thank you for hanging out with Creators Hangout. I will be back here next week pushing books. I'm sure some of these people will be back, and we'll have a new rowdy group of swearers and beer drinkers and seltzer water drinkers to hang out with. Till then, good night. I'm going to play my outro. Thank you guys for coming on.
That's it.